Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where today we're talking the remaining DLC content for WWE 2K22, as you may have heard the news that the next pack to be released has been changed and people aren't happy with the results, but could there be something else coming in the future? Now we're going to get into that in a moment, but before we do, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest news on the game, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. So let's talk the situation surrounding the upcoming DLC for WWE 2K22, as the next DLC pack that's scheduled to release is the Stand Back pack on June 7th. Now originally, when that DLC was announced, that pack was advertised to contain 5 new superstars, with those being Hurricane Helms, Stacy Keibler, A-Kid and the tag team of MSK, which is Wes Lee and Nash Carter. Now, in the time since that DLC was announced, Nash Carter was released by WWE following allegations by his ex-wife Kimberly and the leaking of a picture of Carter imitating Hitler. Due to the nature of Carter's release, it was widely speculated that he would be removed from the DLC pack. However, at the time of his release, no official announcement was made. That changed last week though, when Sports Gamers Online published a statement from 2K in which they confirmed that Nash Carter had been removed from the DLC pack and that he'd been replaced with 2 bonus cards for MyFACTION. At the time the statement was shared, the question was asked in 2K's Next Makers program if that statement was legitimate, though there was actually no response. However, confirming the changes, yesterday seen the official WWE 2K22 website updated to reflect the changes, in which Nash Carter has been removed, with 2 bonus MyFACTION Evo cards taking his place, one for Seth Rollins and one for Booker T. Now, there's no question that Carter's removal is obviously the right decision given the nature of his release, and I don't think you'll see many fans complaining about that. However, the issue that many fans are complaining about is the replacement, as substituting a brand new character for 2 cards in MyFACTION that feature stars who are already in the game has left fans feeling shortchanged, and rightly so. The main issue though isn't just that the replacements are content that is already in the game, it's also the fact that it's MyFACTION content, as there's already a lot of negativity towards that mode due to the amount of characters that are locked behind what is essentially a paywall, as the mode includes characters such as The Godfather and classic versions of Triple H and Shawn Michaels, as well as alternate versions of Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, Asuka, Hulk Hogan, DX, New Day, the list goes on. All this content is locked to the mode, and you can only unlock it by purchasing packs, which you can do by either buying VC for real money or spending a ton of time grinding it out. Given all of this content that is locked to the mode, the easiest solution to the DLC problem would have been to replace Nash Carter with one of the exclusive characters from MyFACTION, as at least then players that don't play the mode would get some content that they can use outside of MyFACTION rather than giving those players content that they'll never use. Making the situation worse, a new report from Sports Gamers Online also claims that WWE originally requested Cody Rhodes be a part of the DLC offerings, as it was claimed that WWE foretold 2K of Cody's return and requested that he be added, though due to the fact that they didn't have any recent scans for Cody and they didn't know what his attire would be, what his trons were or his music, then it was claimed that it wouldn't be possible to add him as it would take too long to complete his character. Hearing this news at the same time of hearing a character has been removed from the DLC is pretty unfortunate, as the instant reaction from the community has been that Cody should be offered in his place, especially after hearing the alternate offering of MyFACTION cards. Whether or not it would be possible to add Cody all comes down to time, as they originally said that it wouldn't be possible to add him due to the time it would take to complete the character, but you would have to imagine that they've already begun working on Cody's model for 2K23, so what if that model was completed in time for the final pack in July? If we go back to the DLC update that was posted on the 2K22 website, then you'll notice that the MyFACTION cards are actually listed as bonus content, they're not actually noted as a replacement, so it could be that while everyone's up in arms about a DLC character being replaced with MyFACTION content, there's still the possibility that a replacement character may be added to one of the future DLC packs, as there just wasn't enough time to replace him in this pack. Now, I'll be straight up on this, that is just me speculating on the situation, as nothing has been confirmed by 2K, but given the word of the MyFACTION cards being bonus content, I would imagine that we may still see a replacement for Nash in the future. Could that replacement be Cody? It could, and he may even have tweeted a hint about it, as he recently commented on his absence from the game when he tweeted, "I don't know the talented folks at WWE Games, but I'm a pretty decent gambler and I would bet that they're working very hard on something special for pro wrestling fans." Well, we'll have to wait and see if anything comes of this. Cody wasn't the only one tweeting WWE Games, as Queen Zelina also publicly reached out to them, with Zelina being another character that they could potentially use as a replacement, as unlike Cody, 2K already have scans and model in place for Zelina. So this is going to be an interesting one to follow up, though for the time being at least, MyFACTION content would appear to be the only additional content that we'll see when the Stand Backpack goes live on June 7th. So let me know what you make of the situation. Do you think that MyFACTION content is the only extra content we'll see, or do you think 2K will look to add a proper replacement in the future? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to stay up to date with all the latest news on WWE 2K22, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.